Hey guys, what is going on? LegoMan123 here, and welcome back to another LEGO News video, where today, in this episode, we have a couple of things to go through. Now, before I do that, I just want to quickly say, sorry for not doing a LEGO News video in quite a while. There's just been not much news what's been happening, and I don't want to just have, say, a tiny bit of LEGO news and do, say, like, a 5-minute video on it. I want to have some decent amount of LEGO news to actually do a video on. And throughout the past, I believe, maybe 3 or 2 weeks, we've gotten some pretty decent LEGO news. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first bit of LEGO news is that I believe we got the official pictures for the second wave of the Monkey Kid sets. I believe maybe 3 or 2 weeks ago. I'm not 100% sure. The first one is Sandy's Speedboat. Now, when I did read the name out for this, which was leaked on the Lego Shop at Home website, I was thinking that it was going to be like a minifig scale speedboat, but now looking at it, I really like the shaping of it. I really like the sort of technique design it does have, with some really nice, well-detailed stickers, and it definitely does look like the speedboat sort of shape for Sandy. I do like that big fig, and then I do like the sort of weapon he does have, some sort of maybe sword and mace thing, really nice, like the cannon there. And then we do have the Monkey Kid on his really nice sort of boat hoverboard thing, not 100% sure on what it is, but I really like that. And then we have this minifig here, pretty spooky idea with the coloring and the design of it. It kind of reminds me of the sort of body for a spider down here, the legs for a spider, but sort of mechanical build for it. Really nice. And that minifig, she definitely does look sort of very evil, which is really cool. And then we have this sort of maybe small section for a spider sort of cave with that really nice web, and then the flame piece in green, and then the minifig selection is really cool as well. Next, we have Monkey Kid's Cloud Roadster. Now, I love the design for this. A lot of great pieces used for this, especially the front with those wing, sort of back part of a plane there in the yellow. Great stickers, love the coloring for that. The back with the engine is really cool. And then just the amount of pieces for this does look great, the coloring. But my favorite part by far would probably be the wheels. I just love them. I'm not sure if they're going to be sort of a hard plastic or rubbery. And then those plate pieces do look really cool as well. And then the side does have this really nice build here. And then the minifig selection is pretty decent as well. We get a citizen over here, and then another citizen. And then we get these people called Gold and Silver, the Horned Demons. Now, they sound pretty epic. Love the coloring for them, and their builds they do have are really interesting. I believe the gold one has this really nice sort of a flying mechanism. Really interesting with those panel pieces. I like how it does attach to him as well. Then he has this really interesting sort of gun, maybe what turns you into gold. Really interesting. And then we have Silver. Now, I wish he was a silver color instead of blue, because he should be more called blue, because he really doesn't symbolize that sort of a silver coloring. But I really do like the build he does have in the black coloring with those panel pieces and some great stickers. Then we have the Flaming Forgery. Now, I believe this is probably the main HQ for the sort of villain team. Really nice design for this. I like the whole front with the wheels and the sort of a truck design on it with these sort of flag pieces here, the towers here, the sort of guns are really cool. And then at the back here, some areas for minifigs to stand, and then possibly maybe some sort of throne there. A lot is definitely in this set, but I just wish it was a little more better. Similar to the sort of Monkey Kid team with their whole boat with the different compartments in the shipping containers. I kind of wish it was maybe similar to that, where they had different compartments, because it really doesn't look like you could fit too much in it. I reckon the main structure here would have the sort of most part you can actually fit minifigs, including this sort of towers here. So I wish it was a little more playable, because it really doesn't look like you could play too much with this, but it definitely would look really cool on display. And then the minifigs are really cool as well, great selection. And then it is a light brick, so that is really interesting. And like, it seems from like this, you can possibly maybe like switch the different sections around. So that is a nice play feature. But I just wish it was a little more similar to the Monkey Kid sort of HQ with like Monkey Kid, Sandy, May. I wish it was a lot more like that. Then finally, we have the Lego brick heads for the Monkey King, and this really looks cool. I'm not a huge fan of the brick heads because I haven't really collected too many of them, but I do like the build for the Monkey Kid, or no, King, sorry about that. I love the build for his head with like the sort of fur detailing on the side. The ears are really nice. And then I believe the eyes are actually exclusive because with all the other brickheads, they're actually like a sort of a yellow and black coloring, so that is really cool. And then we have like the sort of feather part up there. And then the torso, I believe, that's maybe like 2 bricks. That is some great printing on there. And then he has his staff, and then like the shoulder armor, really nice brickhead, so I might possibly pick this up. Next in LEGO news, we are getting the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, when I first saw this, I was just shocked because I never thought they would actually make this sort of set. And to be honest, this just looks incredible because I have played the Nintendo Entertainment System and I really did enjoy it with all the classic games on it. The control was really nice, and to see LEGO actually make it and include a picture or like some sort of gameplay with Mario is just really cool. And then the TV build is great, so we'll start with the Nintendo Entertainment System. Just, it looks pretty much exactly like it, like the shaping is the exact same, the coloring is definitely the same, and then like the whole with like the stickers, or maybe prints with the Nintendo Entertainment System, and then I can't read what that sticker says, but yeah, I can't actually read that. And then like the sticker or prints down here. The control is definitely the same size with like the whole buttons there. Really curious to see if it's like actually playable with the buttons, like could you move them around, or that might be a little tough with the area they had to actually work with. The cord, the back part here, and then we do have an insert game of classic Mario, I believe, not 100% sure on the name, but I believe you can actually fit it in that, which is just really cool. And then the TV build, like a really nice sort of classic TV. Really love the shaping of it. The coloring is great. How it stands up is really interesting. The buttons on the side are great. And then the sort of gameplay of classic Mario is really cool. I believe the classic Mario, like the 8-bit Mario, is exclusive. The mushroom, I believe the little things you hear are really cool. And then the shell, I believe most of the pieces on this part are actually exclusive. I believe you can actually make it move from the back, and like you can actually like move the screen of it by like a really nice mechanism. And then I believe if you have the Mario from the Lego Super Mario sets, the digital version, you can actually have the sound effects of the classic Mario playing while you actually like move around the game. So that is a really cool idea. But this is probably definitely gonna be like maybe $250, which I think is a pretty decent price because this is definitely a great set for people who really like the Nintendo Entertainment System and also who really like LEGO. So that's 2 really great things just combined together. Next we have the latest LEGO Ideas set. At first when I saw this, I was just like, it's just going to be another LEGO space idea or another sort of space station, but no, it's a LEGO Ideas grand piano, and this is powered up, which is just incredible because first of all, the design for the piano is really cool with like the whole snot technique, the different sections on this with like the keys, and this print or sticker here for like the different notes, this part up here with like, not sure like the official term for it, but it does look really cool. The seat included is great. The legs have a really nice design. And then back to the powered up section, you can actually play the piano with like the little keys, which is just a really cool idea to think about, because can you imagine playing a Lego piano? That would be really cool to actually do. But that mechanism does actually raise up the price with the whole sort of mechanism and the idea behind that. So possibly this set will be maybe like $300, which in my opinion would be definitely worth it for a really nice build for a grand piano with a great scale, and then the inside of it does have a mechanism to actually play it. But I won't be picking this set up because I'm not a huge fan of pianos or instruments. But if you are a huge fan of that type of stuff, this would be definitely worth it, because can you imagine playing a Lego grand piano? Because I know I can't, but this would be really cool on display as well. And if you do have a friend who actually does pick this setup, you can actually go to their house and actually play it. So that would be really cool. I can just like see myself or others like hitting those little keypads. Now that would be really cool. Like you can even use probably like one finger, so that would be really cool. And then the seat does actually have its own mechanism, so like you can raise it up and down. It'd be really cool to see a minifig just sitting on that chair playing the piano. Then finally, for today's LEGO News episode, we have 3 images for new advent calendars we are getting. The first one is a Harry Potter one, and I just want to say the box art on this is just beautiful. I love the Hogwarts castle with like snow on it, snow falling, some really nice trees with like the whole sort of magic sort of dust with the different builds in this set, and then like the ribbon down here, and then the advent calendar part like all frozen. I just really like that. The builds for this are great as well. Really like the last year advent calendar, some great builds and some really nice minifigs, and this one is once again great with some really nice builds and great minifigs. I really like this print here with like the sheet with like music notes on it, the Hufflepuff sort of color design for a present, and then the piano has a really nice build, this sort of gramophone I believe it's called, and then like this present wrapped up. It kind of reminds me of a broomstick like wrapped up, and then we have Ron in his U-Ball uniform, which does look really nice, and then we have one of the, I believe, like Patel twins, I believe, really nice minifigs there, and then we do have Harry in his U-Ball uniform as well, and then an invitation on, I believe, a 2x3 tile, and it does say U-Ball, really nice print there. I believe Harry and Ron are the same as which they were in the clock tower, and then at the top here we can actually see that we're getting a Hermione, and I believe she might be the same as well from the clock tower. Really nice build for the tree as well, and then I like how we're getting in presents with the color scheme of Gryffindor, Slytherin, and Ravenclaw as well. The next advent calendar is for Lego City. Now I really like the box art on this with like the whole green on the top and the bottom of the box, and then including the side. It's almost like sort of wrapping paper, like you're ripping it open. I really like that idea. And then the box art on the actual sort of where the minifigs are really cool, because I like the whole sort of snowy footpath area, and then like the lit up city is a really nice idea, and then it slowly goes into the distance. The minifig selection is okay, but I wish we maybe got a different minifig, because apart from Santa, I believe you can actually get all 4 of these minifigs in different sets, but I believe Duke the 10 actually does have an exclusive torso with like a sort of a woolly jumper design. Now I think that's a really cool idea. We have a build for possibly maybe like a micro scale version of a police station. Then we have this really simple tree here. I just wish it was a little more sort of a tree-like, because it really doesn't symbolize a tree in my opinion. And then we have like this sort of mini monster truck. We have a few presents, and then we have this sort of harbor boat. Really nice build for the boat, and it does say boat does not float. Then we do have a car here, and then we do have this sort of city microscale bank there. So really interesting builds there, and then at the top it does show you all the names for the different characters. And then I thought it was going to say Santa, but his actual name is Wheeler. Okay, that's pretty interesting. And then we do have a micro scale version of a helicopter. The final advent calendar is a Lego Friends one, and I really like this sort of style they're going with. Instead of just having like Lego display with like the box sort of up with the Lego, I like this sort of animation style they're going for, because Lego Friends is an animated TV show, and I really like how they've actually incorporated that into this advent calendar. Like, they have the friends there with like some of their friends as well, like an elf, there are two elves, like some pets there, and then a robot. I think it really does show the sort of spirit of Christmas. I do like the box art. It kind of looks like they're in some sort of like shack or something, like a cabin, with like the design for like the wood, the tinsel, or like the different parts, decorations there are really nice. The picture of the friends in the background, and then the tree there, and then some sort of like maybe fireplace, something like that. And then down the bottom here, it does actually split into two parts. You just have a couple of the things included in the actual different days for the advent calendar, and then it also does have in the shape of a heart as a cookie, which I think is a really cute idea. We do have +3 surprise figures, so that is really interesting. And then at the top here, it does show the same builds like the bottom did, but just in a different sort of style. And then at the side here, I just want to say the amount of color is really nice, because it just pops straight into, and then like the whole sort of purple color is really nice as well. So, hope you guys did enjoy this video as much as I did making it, and also sharing this LEGO news with you guys. Now, sorry I haven't done one of these in quite a while, because as I did say at the start of the video, instead of just having like, say, one section of LEGO news, for instance, like the Monkey Kid sets, and doing a, say, 5-minute video on that, I like to combine different LEGO news throughout the weeks we actually get the news, and actually share it in its own video to make it a little more longer. Now, we haven't actually gotten quite that much news in like the past, I believe, 3 or 2 weeks, so that's why this video took quite a while, because news was slowly coming out, and I wanted to make a pretty decently sized video of LEGO news, so I hope that does make a little more sense why I haven't done one of these in quite a while. But hopefully there'll be a lot more LEGO news to come. So as always, guys, hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I can see you. Goodbye.